Hey everybody, it's me, Bryson Booker. Before I get into today's review, I want to let you know that the following review is in 3D, as you can tell by the special BBTV logo at my right, probably your left side of the screen there. So put on your dorky 3D glasses, go to the settings menu, and turn on the 3D function now. Okay, time to get into this review. Okay, today I have something small but mighty. Not really. Anyway, I have this Nextar MP3 player. This is an old MP3 player. It's like, probably when I hold this up to the screen, some of you guys are going to be like, what the heck is this? Some of you are going to be like, man, he is so out of date. And some of you are going to be like, oh man, this guy is awesome. But whoever you may be, this is a Nextar MP3. This was released back in 2005 by, of course, the Nextar company. And it has a built-in USB drive, and it's pretty much an MP3 player. So let's take a closer look. I had this thing for. Here's the story. I'm going to tell you a little story before I get into this. Little story, very very short. I had this thing for 10 years, since 2005. Now, here's the thing. I have not downloaded music on this thing for 9 years. 9 years I have not downloaded music on this thing. It takes me until 2014 to dig this up, realize that there's no music on it, and then just start downloading it on there. So I had this thing for almost 10 years. No music has been on it until this point. I'm lame, I know. But to be honest with you, back then I didn't have a laptop, and my laptop did not have music. Well, I really didn't have a laptop in general, so there was no way I can get my music. And I tried to get somebody else to download stuff on here, but these sites that claim they're free, some of them try to really jack you up. And that's why I thank God for inventing listentoyoutube.com. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, let's get into this review. Of course, you got this little pill-shaped MP3 and then the LED screen right here. This takes one AAA battery. Now, I've used this thing 3 times now. Last Thursday, I think I think Saturday, and then today, because I was going on a trip. This is what I use when I go on trips. So I'm not really sure how exactly how long the battery life is. I know it does get a good amount, but for sure I'm not. I really don't know. But at the top there, you got a little like selector knob switch, and it says mode at the top. Can't really see that. Then you got the back, where it's all crusty and crap, because when I digged it out, all this stuff was on the back of it. Then you got the play pause button. So you got the play and the pause button. A little microphone right there. So that little hole right there is a microphone. The LED screen. And finally, the USB drive that you insert right in your computer. And I'm going to talk about this thing's pros and its cons. So let's start with the pros. One pro being is it's ready to go when you get out of the box. All you got to do is just take that off, put it in your computer. I would not recommend losing this cap. So when you get done with it, put it back on. But it's ready to go when you get out of the box. Just pop it in your computer. If you have music on your computer, everybody does, you can just drag the files right onto this MP3, or you can copy a whole bunch of files and place them on here. That's the quickest way to do it. But keep in mind, this little thing only holds so much memory. So you cannot download, if you wanted to download your whole collection all at once, it won't let you do that. You have to do a certain group of songs at a time to put on this thing. It will not let you download the whole slang. If I like to put it, the whole list of songs, you have to do it separately. Another pro is, since this is a USB, it does save your songs, but keep in mind, once this battery goes out, for some reason all my songs disappeared. I don't know why, but I put it in my computer, everything was there, but that's kind of a con, so I need to get back to the Pro. Let's see, another Pro. This MP3 accepts any kind of file of music. So you know how some MP3s like to really rip you off and say, yeah, we accept everything, every kind of file, every kind of document, every kind that has music in it. And it doesn't, and it's like foreign to the MP3. It doesn't really accept your music. And that really makes you mad. But this thing, whatever your music's on your computer, it will accept it and it will play it. Just make sure if you want the best sound out of it, make sure your uh, downloads are high quality. And then it plays. Okay, now it's time to get to the cons, which there are so many with this thing, it's ridiculous. Well, one pro, it would be it's small enough to fit in your pocket. Okay, that's a good thing. But the controls are so unresponsive. I do not like it, so I'm gonna turn it on. And there's modes on here. And another thing I don't like, that light turns off really quick, and you can't really see this screen that well. You can't. And I have it on music, fastball all the way. Yes, it's a '90s song. But I'm gonna see if I can go to the menu. These controls are absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, I just went back to the menu. But okay, here's the thing. Sometimes these controls work, and sometimes they don't. So if you try to, I don't know, you want to go to another song, it changes the volume. It changes the volume of the music. The volume of the music is down here. Why couldn't this just be the volume control? I don't want to toggle this, and then I have to wait till the volume thing disappears to finally switch the song. But anyway, you got the music. You can you can record things. Hold on. See what I'm talking about with these controls. And I'm using the little lever right here. These controls are so unresponsive. They're not good. But that's the record function. Let's see. Uh, F RFL. I think that's EQ. There's EQ on this thing. It's not much. It's just rock, pop, EQ stuff. You can't really customize it, which sucks because the sound on this thing, oh my god. Then you got an options menu. I really don't like how that light just goes off really quick and it doesn't stay on. Okay, so let's try to go back to music. Okay, and then you have to press this down. It will not work if you press that button. You have to press the top button down to select, which is very, very crazy. Okay, so it's gonna wait. Okay, now it's my music. Now, when you're okay, so the music will be playing now. The artist is scrolling. You can't really see it once again. I just took this, switched the song. Fantasia, Green Day. Uh, it now when you switch the song, it fades out. So I guess I don't know if that's a good thing, but really, I just want it to shut off. I mean, you don't have to fade the song out, and then it takes a few seconds to get to the next song. And then it does the same thing when you pause it. It just fades the song out, just slowly. And I just want the song to be off. And here's your volume control. It's all the way up. And that's another thing about this MP3 that I do not like. This thing does not get loud. The volume, to get a decent sound out of it, the volume has to be at max. No, this is not because of your MP3 files. It is not because of that. Because you know, sometimes MP3 files can be low, some of them can be loud. It's not that. It's the MP3 itself. I'm, come on, when I want to jam to something like, let's see, Ty Trivet. Hold on, I got more stuff on here. Goldfinger. When I want to jam the Goldfinger, I want it loud, but really it doesn't get that loud. And the sound quality is not that good. You can buy, at this time, 2005, there were so many other MP3s out there you can get besides this one. Creative, the company you all know, Creative, they made better MP3s than this. I'm telling you, it's so much better. But this was at a budget, a very, very cheap budget. So anyway, you hold this button that turns it off. So now it's off. And well, my opinion on it, it could be so much better. I mean, I could buy a Creative MP3. They made some good MP3s, I'm telling you. And I don't know if they still make them. I don't even know if this company is still around. This was in 2005. I don't know if Nextar is still around, but they made some decent MP3s, but they're not the best. And if you want the best, I would go with, I don't know. I don't even know who still has MP3s anymore. But if you're like me and you still have an MP3, I would just skip this one. Yes, there is a plus. It does come with its own USB, but hey, you can get an MP3 with a separate USB cable, plug it in, and it'll sound and work much better than this flimsy thing. Telling you, it's flimsy, you guys. The controls suck. The sound quality could be so much better, and, and and sometimes your stuff gets erased. Like, for example, if I don't know, I'm listening to something and the battery dies. When I put another battery in, all my music's gone for some reason. What the heck? So there are so much more MP3s better than this. They did make this in a wide variety of colors. I don't know if they still sell this, but it's the Nextar MP3 player. Trust me, you can get better MP3s. Or just use your iPhone, for God's sake. But it's by Nexar, released in 2005. It's your preference if you want to pick it up. I would skip it.